VJ, could you whoop Rico?
Absolutely.
Can you like if I gave you just a little bit more space, like could you just whoop Rico right
I
now?
go crazy. I would beat the shit out of Rico
Beat the
right
hell
now.
out of him, man.
Like legit. Like I actually go too crazy. You just said you last 2 weeks you've been talking about how you trying to change yourself and stop all the immature ways. When you was doing all that carrying on, all that I ain't gonna keep doing all that, no. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand why you would do that the first 2 seconds of the show.
I asked you a question, you answered the question, I played a drop. That's
I
all.
get it. So that's what I'm saying. Nah, I used to get busy on that Rico. Especially back in the day when you like 2XT. My jeans was like a 36, 32. Even though I wore like a 30, like a 32.
Hold on, back then.
Mm-hmm.
See what Rico, we was in high school.
No, that's like for us, we was like early. That was like early. I want to say that was like 8th grade for us.
It was 08.
Was it 08?
Hell no. What Rico was
what Rico
came out when I got the Centennial.
Oh, damn. So then that was who was sophomores then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Summer, going to junior. Like the summer, 8th grade, summer, 10th grade.
I was pink polo on it, and I started trying to find myself. I started trying to do it the right way.
What did you find?
That I was real fly, and I deserved to be. You know, I didn't have to be out there sweating in the middle of the floor. I was better than that. You know what I'm saying? I need to be out on the side sweating and then doing all that carrying on. Don't get in the middle no more, VJ, because you know it's carrying on in there.
Yeah.
And that's the thing I realized.
Nah, the niggas who go to the party and dance, they leave stinking.
But that's what niggas gotta realize. That's when the fun was. When niggas go to the club and stink and leave that motherfucker soaking wet, you ain't got time to go out and try and do no damage to nobody to do nothing. You ready to go? You either ready to go lay down with something, you ready to go chill, bro. You ain't trying to do all that other. You definitely don't want to fight nothing. You and me. So you've been dancing for 4 hours straight. Who the hell want to get out there and fight now? Man, I just, it was a good time then. That's when it was easier.
You talking to a man who used to go to the club. I'm in there 30 minutes, shirt off, 2 beers in my hand. That's me all night.
You see what I'm saying? That's what I realized, folks. When we had that, like
when that
before
boy had them abs.
Yeah, they were light skin. That's crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy, Ruben. Nah,
hey, they coming back too.
No, they not. Every time you say that, you always lose bets, and I guarantee you won't bet again.
Well, no, I'm not.
You hear me, Chip?
But hold on. Let's not. Like, maybe I lost a bet, but it wasn't like I got. It did its job.
I mean, I guess. Cool. Damn high.
I mean, yeah. For you made the money. For me, it was about the motivation to get myself in the gym and to push through my personal goals and not, have an accountability system.
Well, I want to motivate you to go again. Then I bet you right now, badass.
No,
one more time,
like
you won't have a 6-pack in 2 weeks like you tried to do last time.
Well, no, I'm not gonna make that bet with you because for one, I could actually probably win that bet this time.
Oh my God! We'll make the bet. Who want free? Who want to give away free money?
I'm the lightest I've been in years right now.
I don't care. I don't give a damn. You hear me, Chip? I don't give a damn about that.
I'm not gonna make a bet with somebody in worse shape than me about my body.
I don't care. I'm just
telling you. It's not about shape. It's about consistency.
You hear me? That is. He want to do all this carrying on. Oh, because my bone mass is my muscle mass a little bit heavy or strong or whatever. All that carrying on. It's still, hey, if you ain't working out and you pick and choose what days you go, you still gonna be big boned low key down inside. It's just you got a skinnier ass. That's all it is.
You got a what?
I thought I heard what you heard, but I just gonna ignore it. I was gonna ignore it.
What'd I say?
I'm about skinny and ass. And
I said skinnier mass.
Yeah. No, I'm just telling you what it sounded like, and I just knew you wouldn't say that. Like I just knew you wouldn't say that. So I was just like, I'm just gonna let it. I ain't even gonna acknowledge it.
Hell no, freak.
No, I mean, I did my cardio today.
What you do? How many miles you get in?
I got about 2. Nothing too crazy.
You swinging that axe?
No. I was just walking today.
Oh, okay.
Just walking in the hot heat.
Okay. That sounds about right.
But I was swinging that axe last week. I was swinging that axe.
That sounds about right. Chill, what's going on? What you up to? What you in New York City got going on?
Hold on. You want me to put you on the iPad?
Nah, yeah, I had to sign in on the iPad.
Okay.
Damn.
Tired? Stretching and shit.
Bitch ass nigga.
Hey, what size is that t-shirt?
Why?
Just curious. It's large.
That's what size I wear.
Okay.
Weird
What
ass
size you wear?
question is that? I say, what the fuck was that about?
Sometimes I like to ask awkward questions.
What size t-shirt you wear?
Medium.
Yeah. Hey, everybody want to throw a side of good.
You want me to go grab a medium t-shirt and put it on?
The W medium?
Huh?
The W medium?
No,
Why?
hell no. I ain't wearing no W.
Is that wide medium?
Nah, that W medium don't even fit right because it be sitting way out here. No.
Yes, what y'all got going on, man? What you got going on? I just asked you that, country. What we looking like in New York City? I seen you on the block, cement on cement.
Yeah, we was on the block this weekend. Yeah, for sure. It was
Bro, so I'm saying you didn't. What y'all had going on out there?
You get permission?
Shooting fireworks and shit. After
You
4th of July.
They let you live?
Who me?
Yeah. They didn't run you up off the block, country nigga?
Come on, man. I'm good everywhere I go. I promise you that.
Chill. Damn, chill.
Everywhere I go.
What you had going on? What was your 4th of July, man?
Man, it was great. I didn't leave Maze Road.
No week.
I mean, not really. I've been on the road shit since like Thursday. When was that Thursday? I went to my uncle's house Friday for the 4th. That was Friday, right?
What y'all eat over there?
A lot of pork ribs, boy.
So your feet, so you swelled up and got all kind of blow, all kind of.
He swelled up.
Bad.
So I ate a plate and a half while I was there.
Mm-hmm.
You ate a plate and a half.
Yeah, because you know how you go back for that second plate. It's not like a full plate.
That plate.
That's
the one that just take you over.
Yeah, it's
I get it.
You know, an extra little piece of rib, you know, in your favorite size, you know, some more baked beans.
That first plate was the stamper, but that second one was just touching everything that you really liked on that first.
Exactly.
I understand.
And
baked
then
beans,
you know you make like the double plate when you come back home, you know, to take home with you.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say that double plate was gone by probably 11, 12 o'clock on the 5th.
That morning?
Like, the next day.
That's what I'm saying. You ate it for breakfast.
Yeah, but I ate the first half. I ate the first half before bed.
Okay.
And then when I woke up and ate, because like I usually don't eat till like now about 11, 12 anyway.
So you went to sleep on a plate before?
Not right on a plate. Like, I mean, it was probably the hour and a half, 2 hours.
But you telling me you could get abs in a week. Hey, Rudy, you listen to this shit he say.
You want me to take my shirt off in this motherfucker?
Nah, you know what I'm saying? It's the kid over me.
I'll do a shirt with shorts.
We can do that.
I'm comfortable in my skin.
We can do that for sure. But what I'm saying,
comfortable in my skin.
You don't have to do all that now. What I'm saying is when you do all that carrying on.
You want me to take the tank off and just have this wide open?
You don't have to do that.
You sure?
You have to do that.
You scared of viewers.
Scared of viewers? Scare them? Moisturize them.
Ew.
I get so high.
But I know but really though, for real. So finish up. Tell me, you said you was on that second plate and then you finished that third one before the next evening, before 12 o'clock is what I heard.
I did some punishing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I really felt like, oh boy, when he get the call from Cassie, you're just real punishing type shit. You know what I mean? Like I went to work and then I said, okay, King. You done did too much now. All this pork and all this bullshit. Let's step back. Let's make sure we get these steps in. Let's get these workouts in. Let's get this yoga in. You know what I mean?
That ain't gonna do nothing.
I mean, you can tell me that it won't do nothing, but since he told me I look like him, I done dropped about 17, 18 pounds just doing those things consistently.
Yeah.
Bro, I was 193 that night.
Yeah.
You want me to I can go get the scale. I'll go get the scale.
I don't care, bro.
You know what I'm saying? He can say, hey, bro, you didn't lose that weight, but I ain't gonna look at the scale that'll tell the truth.
I would have to. I mean, I'm gonna have to see it, but I mean, I ain't gonna make you get up now and do all that carrying.
You saw it last week, boy. No, it was 179 last week.
No, I didn't see that.
It was like 195 when you said I look like you.
It was the 190. It was like 192.
It was 190. It was 193.
Oh, okay. That shit was but I'm comfortable. And see, the thing is, I'm comfortable with my get money gut, and it's not doing all that moving and all that carrying on. And I'm thinking, oh, I'm gonna go get a 6-pack next week. All this carrying on.
Yeah, but you wear like a 36 or a 38. See,
no, so like you got me fucked up. My 30, you got me fucked up. Hell no, I'm 34. Been 34. So like, and I'm keeping 34. But even you. Go ahead, Ben. I'm gonna let you rant.
So like you and them 36 and them 38s.
Are they 36, 38 wide? Let me ask you that, a boot cut. Now, if they gonna be skinny, tell me that. But all that other shit, I can't do the other.
I'm saying like when you go into the store, right? Mm-hmm. And it may be a brand new brand, right? Because we know with our brands, we know our certain sizes and certain brands that we wear regularly. Mm-hmm. So like when you go in there, you typically grab the 36 first because that's your go-to. Yeah. But you know, in some of them different brands, like say you go in Banana Republic, not Banana Republic, yeah, they're a J. Crew. Mm-hmm. You're not getting a 36, you're getting a 38 or a 40. You be shopping at Banana Republic? No, he doesn't. I was about to say no. I know, no, he doesn't. Like I was using one of my stores, but because they make slimmer fitting clothes. What you say?
Who the hell are y'all talking to over there?
Yeah, chill, country. I was like, it's off camera right.
Man, we got
you used to be off camera rules, off camera right now.
We got a friend of the show.
Yeah, I'm friend. What the fuck?
You ain't no fucking friend, nigga. You a part of the show. Off camera Ray took your job.
Almond.
Chill, Almond. Chill, Almond. He getting pissed off. You know,
I'm getting pissed off. I'm like,
I'm saying, Almond, you done lost your job over there now. You on camera now.
I thought this was the gang that was doing this.
No, you ain't on camera no more. Bro, you on camera now, Almond. Chill.
It's the gang.
Yeah.
Okay, Rue, I'll be back in BK soon.
There it is.
Oh yeah, she in Brooklyn. She in Brooklyn. Our off-camera personality that you can't see.
She's in Brooklyn.
I mean, like not right now. She's in Cartersville as we speak, but
she lives in Brooklyn.
Lives in Brooklyn.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, then bad news.
But you understand the point that I was making, right? Because like
bad news, Virginia, my fault.
Yeah, like with you being wild, with you being wilder, it just looked different. So you can carry. You can carry more weight than me. See me, I look like Oscar Proud when I start putting on weight, and that looks terrible.
No, you get big in your mid. You get real big in your mid. Say you ain't proportioned right.
No. See,
that's what I can't wait. I'm proportioned right all the way through, and it's just because I know how to throw this shit. Pause. I caught it. I know how to throw this shit around. I know how to get busy. Wait. Y'all fucking chill, bro. Yeah. But no, that's what it is, though. No. That's what it is, though. Yeah. It's just I'm real proportionate put together, you know.
Yes, you
get that real Oscar Proud, all that.
Yeah, I gained weight from my knees to my titties.
Mr. Cooper.
All my weight is from the knees to titties, bro.
Chill, bro.
Nah, bro. Like I was telling somebody, I'm like, bro, like the reason why I can't just gain weight because I gained all my weight like a damn woman in my thighs, my ass, my stomach, bro. This shit's terrible.
It'd be big booty league.
This boy out of hand today.
Hey, man, y'all chill the fuck.
Hey, wasn't your birthday yesterday?
It was. Dog.
Didn't you go out? Didn't you go out Saturday?
No, for me.
You want to play it for you?
For me?
Yeah.
No, so being real, no, I didn't go out for real. Like I just kicked the Bobo. Got out. What is it?
Just keep talking, man.
Oh no, I just kicked the Bobo for real. I did some I did some little
You
me
kicked
time
the,
shit.
you
like,
kicked the Bobo. Like you kicked Bobo Johnson.
I did my whole little me vibe. I got my thoughts, clarity, everything I needed for VJ for the most part of this week. Friday, I spent time in Rockmart. You know what I'm saying? I seen that whole Rockmart clan, seen how they was kicking it. They got to meet Kendall for the first time. A lot of them. Shit, then I end up shooting to the city. I end up getting the birthday weekend started the right way. That Friday night got started. End up passing the fuck out. Yeah, like the worst way, passing out. And then shit, Saturday got started and I was up on it the whole time, cooking and booking. And
I was at home bored, wanting to hang out with my friends.
well, no. Because the thing behind me is I put in a group chat I was gonna be in the city and I would love to see my guys this week. This is gonna be a chill one.
And I'm all about the chill, you know me. I don't never want to do too much. All that extra partying, wild, crazy. That's really not my vibe.
Happy birthday.
But what was it? We were talking. Let's see. Where is it at? Trev sends a text to the group 11:30 on fucking Friday. What y'all on? At Atlantic Station. What you on? Just left from down there. Where y'all big ass is at? And I'm here now. Nothing. You know, this is Friday night. Saturday night, I see something 150. Fuck you, Van.
That's what we was at because that's what the fuck we said we was gonna do. So
but did that say I'm gonna be there all weekend?
Nah. Okay. No, we were just kicking the Bobo. Everybody was trying to have a vibe. Everybody was out kicking it. You was able to mix and mingle, and it was just a good time. So I felt like
I'm justified in feeling ostracized by my friends.
Absolutely not, because again, like I say, when you put in a group chat and you tell everybody what's going on, and you say, hey, this and that, if you don't communicate no more throughout that day, that's your fault, right? When my birthday weekend is this weekend. If you my friend, then I hate you. If you my friend, you know what I'm saying? I don't really ever do too much chilling. I ain't gonna say it like I ain't never really having too much of a lax birthday. So it's like,
we celebrated a birthday about 2 months ago. And I found out like 2 weeks in advance. Hey, the week of, hey, we still in, we locked in.
But couple days birthday before. Different.
I'm just letting you know the level of communication that I was communicated about plans.
I get it. Everybody that's on now, so y'all can hear. No real birthday parties happened last week. The birthday party for Canty is this Saturday. We going absolutely for Lucci. We got 2 different spots we trying to hit, and that's why I say I can tell you off camera just to let you know.
I want to find out on camera.
Off camera, just because I want to make sure.
No, I want like the people to like kind of know where we might be, so they can like show up.
I want the people to show up too, but that's why I say I can just put it on my Facebook. I can just put it everywhere.
I'm
we can all put it on Facebook. And then,
so we plan to do something this weekend.
This weekend we're getting outside.
So I need to adjust my schedule.
You need to get outfits. You need to get light camera.
I'm not getting no outfit.
You need to do all that. Come on, he need to hit Banana Republic, Lululemon, all that, because he need to go get everything he need to get, and it's time to party and cut up.
I might hit Nigga Nova.
Who the fuck is that?
When I feel young,
Fashion Nova.
Yeah, I go to Nigga Nova to go find me like some stuff, because I don't navigate that young people stuff.
I get it. Yeah, I get it. As long as you don't come in there, and I'm telling all the niggas that's my age and coming in there to celebrate my birthday, niggas betting I had them big ass bell bottom jeans on when they come in there, because I'm telling y'all, I'm not fooling. I ain't fooling with this shit. I still don't like them. I can't get in. I just think, I'm really just talking shit, but
like real deal thigh grippers. That flare out at the bottom.
See, no, I like those. I ain't gonna say I do like. I don't like the big fat ass jeans. Yeah, like I don't like motherfuckers coming in with 42 jeans and you wear a 34. You know what I'm saying? I don't like the look.
It's like they used a 42 worth of material and then gave you a 32-inch waist.
But most times they usually be putting the real skinny squeeze on the belt on up top, and it look real stupid. So it's just a bunch of stuff that I ain't really feeling. But but overall though, like I said, my birthday, the pre-birthday was exactly what I asked for. It was what I needed just so I can get my mind right. Baby girl, she turned 1. We having Kendall's. She turned 1 Thursday, so happy birthday to boo on her.
Y'all doing anything?
We doing a little small thing. We had a little vibe Saturday for Lake Winnie. We had a little just because a bunch of her mom's.
What she need?
For the most part, bro, she don't really need nothing.
What
If you want to come, then I mean,
what size she was?
we in she big. I don't know. Let's check. I don't really know. I can't really tell you on camera. I don't know. I don't really know all that. I just go with the flow and everybody else take care of that. We just figure it out.
Hey,
and I don't want to say no,
you don't. You don't sound like a shitty dad because like as a dad who's once in the house with my kid, there's certain stuff that like I know.
I can never tell you
her mama know. Her mama
can tell you the size, the shoes.
It gets paid for.
Yeah, you feel me? So that's why I say that part we smothered and covered. I just don't really know how to handle what size she wear. All that. What the fuck is so?
She's smothered and covered, boy. You fat like a Waffle House ass nigga. I'm like,
no, yeah, boo. She
got talking to.
No, I can't even front on that. No,
this is actually funny because Rude doesn't know who we're talking to.
He'll see it. He'll see it after the show. She just like she like he was once upon a time.
Hey, I was under
I was just sitting here talking about all this. I thought you would come to fuck with your boy.
I'm coming, Rue. I told you I would come, and it just messed me up because Boo thing, her little birthday came up, and that's why they start want every. Fuck, BM want to start. I'm trying to cut it down. No, it's BM. She wanted to start celebrating the birthday a week earlier, so we can everybody on her side. It's 900 of them, so everybody on that. No, fuck no. We're not saying it. They side they come from like Tennessee and shit as well. So everybody got to meet up and just do a little celebration this week so we could vibe out or whatever. But that's pretty much the most part. But we celebrating her birthday. We're gonna have a little small shindig, I believe, Friday for her and Daddy-o birthday Saturday night. Free Diddy.
That's a bad.
Yeah, I gotta come back. I gotta come back to the video.
I'm telling you, bro, you gotta be here Thursday. Quit playing.
Hell no.
Lame as fuck. Who cares?
I gotta work.
We got PTO. You got it 3 months.
I told you what I'm doing with my PTO.
Man, you can get them folks for 8 hours. God damn. Be real.
The whole month of December, I'm off.
Well, I don't give a fuck. It's July right now. Oh, and then you get quiet. Crazy as hell. Let's go get to the next one, man. What you think? I'm about to say, you want to bring that one in?
Yeah, I'm
trying to come to Harlem.
Bro, I'm coming to Harlem. I'm still going to be out there. I got to be out there with my dog, too. Coming home and shit.
Who?
It is. I'm going to say, baby or Diddy. That's it.
Can you say it like that again? Can you say
Diddy?
I like, yeah. That take that.
I like when you get to acting like that, Daddy. What'd he say? Yeah. I like when you get to shaking and fighting and foaming like that, Daddy. Yeah. That's what he say, ain't it? Shit, why you don't never party with me? Freak ass. Have you seen that one on Nori? He explained that on Breakfast Club, and I tell you, I almost did you see that? I didn't think the story was gonna make sense. I still don't agree with. I still think it's kind of weird, but Nori's story make a lot more sense than what it really was.
Nori's lying.
No, I don't. I think it was more than that because I think that it was because he wasn't drinking. He wasn't drinking Ciroc no more.
Yeah. But Nori was lying.
How the hell you figure that?
Because he's protecting Puff because, he worked for Revolt and they got all these different crosses and ties and it's New York rap and we got to do what we're supposed to do to make Diddy look good. Nah, Diddy was on some freak ass shit and feeling some type of way and Fab wasn't really rocking with that and that's why he put his guard up and that's what it was. Hey, look here. Diddy is who he is and it's been exposed. It's been put out there. And if people still want to stand by Diddy and defend him, I support them.
Mm-hmm.
I support people doing whatever the hell they want to do because your support of Diddy doesn't actually affect my life. And for what they went after him for, I'm not.
What did he do wrong?
Well, legally, I was gonna play a song, but I couldn't think of it. What's the name of that song? G Unit did a remix to it. Son, The sun don't last forever.
And if shine together.
Never mind the weather.
Love it or hate it, ain't it?
No.
Never mind the weather.
That's
I think love it or hate it.
G-Unit didn't do no remix of that.
No, Lloyd Banks did do that. He went crazy on it.
I don't know. I'm about to say I can't say it.
That's
what.
Yeah, bro. Like,
don't give me lying. I don't know. I can't say. I really don't.
And it's a title of a song that I should know, and I'm upset with myself as a person.
So it's Lloyd Banks song, or is it?
No. Diddy? It's a bad boy song. Lloyd Banks did a remix, but I can't think of the name.
I'm talking about.
I'm talking about. I was so G-Unit, nigga. I used to have a tank top.
No, you did.
No, you didn't.
No, you did. I went to
school on that
with
tank
you.
on them folks. Ooh, Rue, you didn't come out there with a bulletproof tank top on them folks, did you? Okay, then. Yeah.
Now I was somebody phone ring.
Chris is a fucking idiot.
Chris Edwards.
Yeah, he does this every week.
Well, if he wants, he should tell him to call me during the show because I can tap him in. Pause.
That's crazy.
All right, I'm sorry.
What's up, Kenny?
That's your man's.
Right here, yo.
Yo, the sun don't shine forever, but as long as it's here, then we might as well shine together.
Lloyd Banks did no remix to that.
Huh?
Lloyd Banks did a remix to that.
Yes. You should listen to it after the show.
Why I gotta wait till after the show?
Well, that's fair. All right, so Sean Diddy was found guilty of transportation to engage in prostitution, but he was acquitted on the most serious charges with carried potential life sentences. So RICO didn't happen. He actually was running a legitimate business.
I mean, who didn't know that though? It's only people that wanted to barbecue him that really thought he was actually being a freak. I mean, you know how many folks, he's a celebrity, he's a high-end guy. Everybody gonna want to come and hang and spend a night and party with Diddy on their own. So I mean,
would you?
Me, okay, now it's getting it depends, bro. And I'm not even now I can't even say it because I'm on. It depends. It depends on where I want to get. It depends on who I want to be. Go ahead.
So, what are your ethics? What are your morals? Because that says a lot.
That's the thing. So again, if it's young VJ and I ain't trying to worry about all that, I'm trying to get to the next level of what I need to be. We can worry about that later. So personally, if I'm in that grind and I'm trying to figure out and I don't give a damn about that and I want to be a star, we done seen it done plenty of times before.
I love that though, right? Mm-hmm. Because I think there's something that as a society we miss when it's like, hey, I want to be a star. I want to do this, right? If that is what you want to do, if that's what's driving you, okay, then when you do suspect ass shit, you're not even violating your morals or your values because your desire is to become a star and you tell everybody you're willing to do what it takes to become a star, right? Exactly. Like there are some stars who bootlick and they're trustees. I don't knock you for being a bootlicking trustee if you tell me you care about fame, riches, and you're going to do what it takes to get there. Okay, you might have to bootlick and be a trustee. That's fine. Right. Don't tell me you're not that in your pursuit of it, or on the nasty side where this can get really fucking weird, like especially like with Me Too. Don't tell me you want to be that star and you're willing to sit on a casting couch to become a star and then come and say that you are a victim of whatever of that. Now, don't get me wrong. That culture is wrong. It's wrong. And it should not be a barrier to entry. But a lot of things shouldn't be a barrier.
How you gonna tell that man what to do on his shit?
Because as a society, we set standards for what we do for employment, and we accept that our society gets to set the standards for employment. So that's what we operate off of. And so, I mean,
and you honestly think that's how they operate?
No, and that's what I was just going to say.
But that's an illegal business practice.
Facts. No, I get it, but that also goes back to what I feel kind of what she said or what she asked is like.
I didn't like conclude before.
Oh, so I thought he could. Oh, my fault. My bad. Go ahead. My bad.
The point, the bigger point is, hey, what happens on the casting couch is wrong and inappropriate, right? But if you're willing to become a star and you want to go sit on that casting couch in order to become a star, then I don't think you get to come back years later. And it ties into this conversation we're having.
Don't do it. It's as simple as that.
Grandmama.
If you don't want to do it, don't do it.
Yeah, I was trying to say that. Thank you.
Shit.
No, but that's kind of where I'm saying it fit a different narrative, like depending on who I want to be. If I want to be this upstanding, wholesome black man that don't fall for none of that, hell no, I don't need to go over Diddy's. But if I want to be a superstar, if I want to be a superstar, I want to get to that next level. I want to get in them rooms that a lot of people won't get into.
Drop them draws.
And black men, like, I ain't gonna say drop the draws. I'm not gonna say that. I'm just gonna say
not for a man. Hell
no. But whatever. Maybe I might gotta shoot on a nigga chest or something. You never know. You never know what they do. They say Diddy like his nipples getting played on. If that's how you gotta play, if you want to get to that next level, you gotta do that.
Don't go out like Terry Crews. Don't do it.
Hey, I mean, you see what Terry at? If you want to get to that next level, that's what I'm saying. You can be the nigga that's playing the big aggressive dude that was, tearing shit down coming home from Chain Gang. Or you can be the nigga that got his own sitcom on W&B. You feel what I'm saying? It's just a little bit different to me. You feel me? That's the only thing I feel on that. If it makes sense and it depending on who you want to be. You feel me? That's what I'm looking at. I mean, I get what you're saying, but go ahead.
Hey, today we're drinking Ciroc Passion, by the way, because this is a passionate episode.
That's crazy. That is crazy. Go ahead.
But I feel like, so I've been in that space,
right,
adjacent to Diddy, actually. So it was interesting when the whole thing popped off. But
rub its nips.
I mean, hell no. But I did watch his daughter. But I mean,
no, hell no, you wouldn't rub his nips because hold on.
So listen, I've had opportunities to be with certain people, and it's just like I don't have morals and standards. That's why I was like, it depends on your morals and ethics. Like that's why I left the industry because it was just too much. And it takes over people. Like a lot of people get addicted. It's a drug. People get addicted to that thing.
I'd go to the parties. I would.
What would you do?
No. Like, mind you, prior to this trial, right? If I'm moving around in entertainment, it makes sense, especially like I sit here like as a podcaster, going to parties and hanging out with people and having natural conversations with them. I think is very important. Now, when you find out about the after party and then the after party, I ain't going to the after. I might go to one after because I might be catching rhythm with somebody in the party. Then we go to the after party and then we consummate at the after party. Because I think that's the normal sexing. That's the normal. That's the normal. We hang out, we're meeting, and now we're going to a place where everybody's kind of at, but you can still get your shit off, right? But then the after, that's like the selected crew. Like those are the people who
can hold a secret.
The ones who probably have signed NDAs, but that shit don't even matter no more because you already know what you're doing when you come here, and you know that you, NDA or not, you're fucked if you talk about this because of what's going on here. I ain't going to that. I ain't going to that. Now, I do want to know that it exists. And I want to know some of the people that go there. I want to,
But if it's one of them, how they claim at one of them type of clubs, you ain't gonna know unless you there.
Yes and no. Because when you're like, say if you're invited to the party, right? You may not you got to go to a few parties to get invited to the after party or be super tight with somebody. So if you're super tight with somebody and then you can work, or you're cool enough to get to the after party, you're going to get cool with somebody who's an after party, who trusts you, who knows that, who can tell you a little bit. May not tell you everything, tell you a little bit, and you find out about some of those things. So then you can then navigate it your own way.
And also consider when people are inebriated, they like to talk. So information spills fast.
No, I can definitely understand that. But I also feel like,
have you been around a bunch of like drunk cocaine users at a party? Like
Absolutely.
Not in my wheelhouse, but like I've been at some of those parties and people start telling you stuff about them and their lives, and you're sitting there and you're like, yo, I don't know you. I don't care. You're telling me entirely too much. But thank you.
I mean, I don't know. I think maybe I don't know. I that's a slippery slope because I definitely agree with what you're saying. When people get drunk, they get to talking and spilling their mind. But I feel like when it's a different crowd, like, let me see, I'm trying to think of the right way to say when it's not a crowd of people who don't have shit to lose. For example, the people that's in Diddy's parties, they're all that 2-3% of the world, right? So if they're there, there's no reason, there's no real way that they can go and I feel can take those hits possible. This is my opinion. I don't feel like they could take that loss of something getting out of what they're doing. So, or bring in somebody that they really feel like they can't trust. And the ones that do get brought in, that they can't be trusted. That's the reason why we find out. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's the reason why people like us in the world are supposed to find out. Diddy had 20 years of partying and didn't shit really shake out until.
Well, there's conspiracies behind that,
Such as what?
The parent company to Ciroc,
True.
This stuff kind of surfaced, like the investigation, all this stuff started happening after the time that he claimed that Diageo was practicing racist they had racist practices with the different products and his availability to represent different products and what the markets they put those products in and how they marketed those products. So he did that, and then a few months later, this happens.
It's about going after Ciroc.
Going after Diageo, who owns Ciroc.
Got you.
So, don't get me wrong, they broke him off some money. But then the question becomes, what's that money that he made from them from filing that lawsuit? Again, this is the guy standing on a principle, right? Was it worth everything else that came out? Because now we know he likes another man's cum rubbed on his nipples.
That's some crazy shit right there, boy.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong, like that's nasty, and I think people should be fairly open about like things they do sexually, like coming out, like not with the person and like the videos and stuff like that, but we should be able to talk about like what we're into sexually. Like if you're not able to talk about that openly, you probably shouldn't do it.
Hell no. I don't agree with that at all either, because again, if they do it in whatever they do in their bedroom, that's their bedroom. And again, I get what you're saying, but again, even then, Diddy didn't do shit wrong. So the lawsuit, I get all that, whatever. But the fact that, or what you just said, what you just named, wasn't nothing wrong. If he like shit shot on him, that ain't nothing in the world is saying he need to go to prison.
No, I'm not
just being real. And I know that's what I know.
I'm only saying, like, is the lawsuit, the money that you got paid from that lawsuit, worth everything that came after that? Like your legal fees, the potential of like you not being free, the potential of you not being free for many years. And also the world finding out. More importantly, that's the most important thing.
No, I feel it.
You losing you losing your business relationships, having to rebuild them back up, in the world finding out that you're a sexual freak in an industry that has a bunch of weird, freaky shit going on that nobody talks about. So as long as your weird, freaky shit isn't public, it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel you. I agree. I definitely agree, and I disagree with what with the whole conversation. And I guess maybe I'm looking at it different on shit.
But he did some stuff wrong. He committed some illegal acts, maybe not immoral, but he did some illegal stuff. We have to be honest about that.
It's the same shit everybody do. He's just a bigger name. And I guess maybe it still don't make it right or wrong, but I just look at it like we only putting so much extra on it because it is realistically, bro. I mean, I feel like, again, like I said, is anything wrong with somebody somebody else shooting on his chest? If somebody
wrong, no, I don't think anything's
that's
wrong.
That's all it is. Is it nasty? Absolutely. But is it wrong? Is it enough to where it need to get out for the world to know that's what he like?
No, it doesn't need to get out. Like, I don't. And again, when I say you should be comfortable with the stuff getting out, is that if it comes out, you're not worried about how it affects your relationships outside of if you were having sex with somebody that you were being unfaithful in a relationship, right? That's one thing. But like, the shit that I've like done in a bedroom, that I'm open and comfortable doing in a bedroom, if that were to get leaked out or people found out about what I do sexually, I'm comfortable with that. Like I don't care if the world knows, and I don't think it affects anything that I have going on because I'm not doing anything sexually that would cause people to judge me differently. Again, in hip hop, where you know we play funny shit like this, right?
What's up, Kenny?
How does that affect your business relationships, especially in music? Are people still going to be willing to work with you despite this based on who you are? I can't answer that question. I don't know. But I'm saying like it's something to think about.
It's definitely, I mean, I guess it could be something to think about, but even then, I don't know, bro. I don't look at it. And again, and I don't really know the right words I'm trying to find. That's why I keep stuttering. Because I'm trying to say is like I hear everything you're saying, and I agree to a certain extent. But even then, could mess up is him being homosexual, and I'm gonna say 50% of the guys of them big business owners, they are switch hitters. Like,
I'm not talking about owners. I'm talking about musical talent.
I mean,
there are many undercover.
That's my thing. So that's my whole point. Most of the big names we got out here, they say they're the ones that still getting brought up in these situations to where.
But there's a difference between being undercover and the people in your undercover world knowing that you're undercover doing undercover things versus people who aren't in your undercover world knowing, and they could treat it differently. Even people in the undercover world who were down with all the shit you're doing, they may not align with you publicly because they want to stay in the undercover world, and in an alignment with you could speak to what you do under the cover and just create the assumptions.
Not even just that, branding and their image and, you know, their sales. It affects all of that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, no, I definitely can agree with that.
So how much time do you think Diddy's going to get?
He shouldn't get more than 4 years.
I think the nigga should come home after, like,
whenever. If we talking about him doing, I think the time served is, but I think he shouldn't get more than 4 years if they gonna actually make him go sit down and do all this. But he's gonna have to do Fed time, so I'm gonna say 2 years instead of 4.
He's on. If, and I know. Go ahead, Rue.
He gonna get time served.
Yep, that's what I said.
I think he's gonna get time served. I think they might stretch it out to October.
That shit count as double when you're going through trial.
I didn't know the feds. I didn't know they had the account.
That's how it is when you're going through trial. Like you sit in jail through trial.
Yeah, I didn't know that. No, I didn't know that.
And I guess the idea around it is,
you know, he got a speedy trial, so his shit kind of fast. But you know, like a regular nigga be sitting there about 2 years, 2.5, 1.5, 2 years, and then once they get convicted, all right, cool. He been sitting there 2.5 years.
4 years not on them folks.
But how crazy is that though? That and like, don't get me wrong. Like you start talking about the feds, right? Diddy was probably one of the best candidates to go up against the feds because his crimes that we kind of know and exist were in the grand scheme of crimes, not to the victims, bullshit crimes, right? Like they couldn't go after him for whooping Cassie's ass at the hotel, right? We know that happened. We know he's abusive. That's a fucking misdemeanor. The feds aren't going after nobody for beating on their fucking wife or their girl. It's just not happening. It's not. It costs too much money and you don't get enough return. Diddy also has the money, and his money is legitimate, and he can show where his money is legitimate. So now he can pay for the lawyer fees to actually take the feds to trial. The problem is with the feds, a lot of times when they're going after people, if you're going after organized crime, well, their assets are frozen, so they don't have money to pay for lawyers. So you take the plea, and that's why they have the higher conviction rate, because a lot of times niggas don't have legitimate money to go after the feds, or you're just so wrong that
why even try it?
Yeah, like, come on, dog. If
niggas take that plea deal.
Well, yeah, like, bro, if you know you trafficking drugs across the country and you get caught and they give you that plea,
let me take this little shit before I get caught with this other big shit that I know I got.
Right, because I know
30 years before I can even blink.
Yeah.
Well, that's how Big Meech them. Big Meech and Southwest T could have probably beat the charge. But they went after.
All right, say they beat the charge and they're gonna come right back after them again.
No. I was gonna say, but they were going after their parents, and that's why they ended up taking the plea, because now they're gonna say their parents received all this stuff from illegal, and then we're gonna lock your parents and your people up, and you're committing crime. So it's like, okay, let me go ahead and take this plea, only because they're coming after mom and dad. If they wouldn't come after mom and them, oh no, we fighting it. And BMF probably would have won because of how that drug operation needs to be studied more and more, because of what they did was absolutely amazing. And besides them wanting to be niggas and be in the club and show out,
nigga, he had the direct ties to the cartel. That's what it was.
That is right there.
Yeah,
cut out all the middle.
You get it cheaper and more. You get it more and cheaper.
And he had direct ties to Blue Da Vinci, would let us know that the record label wasn't shit.
Yeah, Blue was later on in life.
I mean, but like the record label was the front, and Blue Da Vinci's your only artist. So it's
but he was running up millions way before he met fucking
Blue. Blue could have took the whole label over by goddamn self.
I'm just talking about the minds. But back to Diddy. So I say time served, you say time served, Rue say time served, and VJ says no more than 4.
Which, I mean, honestly,
they gonna give him
time.
Give him 4 years. He gonna get 4 years.
Definitely get that 4 year. He gonna do the 4 years. Damn, Rue. Is he gonna do? He gonna get 2 years. If anything, he gonna serve 2 years. But then the other 2 he gonna probably do on papers. But I don't think and even being real, I don't think he do no time. I think it's gonna be time served and come on up out of there.
Do you think anything happens to the people who took strong stances against Diddy?
Absolutely.
Who were there? I'm not talking about the people who don't really have close ties to Diddy, or the people who spoke about the situation with grace and saying, hey, if this is true, he needs this, but not the people who were super salacious and going in on him. Like, do you think there are going to be consequences for those who, like the Eugene Deals of the world, your Jaguar Wrights, like the people who really were shitting on him?
But what? Oh, go ahead. So again, I feel like Jaguar, she already blackballed. I feel like if anything, if we just gonna be real, it's gonna be a bunch of other folks. She's still telling her story. Is like we can't knock her for feeling how she feel and seeing what she's saying and telling her opinion.
We can't,
bro.
Yeah, we can't knock it.
Why?
Don't talk now if you knew what was happening then.
Well, this is the thing too. You got to remember, people say she has mental health issues. So I don't necessarily feel like people were taking her for face value in the first place when she was making these claims.
That's fair.
So it's different when you already got folks calling you crazy, but then she the same one telling y'all, I ain't never been crazy. I'm just outspoken. Now the fact that I'm outspoken, I'm showing y'all I'm sitting right here on camera, legs crossed. I scream a little bit, but I ain't lashed out. I ain't tried to go rush nobody with no butcher knife or none of that. I'm telling my whole story and I ain't changed up one time. So again, no, I don't think Jaguar or whoever you said, I don't know.
Gene did. He's like his old security.
Oh, the old security. I definitely don't think Gene ain't nothing gonna happen to Gene. I feel like Gene's still telling his old story the same way he telling his truth. But the fact that you got $100 million lawyers or whatever these folks is, they doing their job. Again, Diddy got folks that he know can beat the feds, and it's been proven they can beat the feds. So somebody got to get beat up. Well, I know Gene ain't gonna be one. Gene, he still solidified. He still solidified in his area, bro. Like, it's different. I get Diddy got money. I get all that, but
fuck, he got money. You see what he did to Kid Cudi? I believe that shit happened.
Gene ain't Kid Cudi, and I'm just keeping it. Gene ain't Kid Cudi.
But what we believe him to be capable of, or do you think he just?
Will he go get some dynamites and blow a nigga car up? Anybody can do that, yeah. But do I feel like him actually getting action and going out there doing something to Gene or something like that? I don't
think he would do it himself.
No, of course not. Of course not. Did it, but him going and trying to get any of his people, I don't feel it's that. In reality, I don't think it. That's just me. I feel like that's too close to home. If anything, I guarantee you, if they do some shit like that, he gonna make it where he pointed back to Diddy in every way, and it'll be another case put on Diddy. If he beat it or not.
So let me ask this, because I keep hearing people say this: is Do you think they're gonna be watching him? The feds gonna be watching him after this trial?
Diddy?
Or you think he's just
Yeah, absolutely. Diddy can't go to the store without somebody riding behind him. Man, come on, man. Hell no.
Did I kick him out?
Yeah.
My bad, bro.
I'm saying y'all treat me okay.
No, bro. I was trying to fix one of these chords and actually hit it. I was gonna ask you what's your thoughts, man.
I was on what? Diddy?
Yeah, you think he'll get some retaliation on anybody?
What happened? What they talking about? People that was in court?
You know, people who may not have been supporting of him, some people he may have had relationships with, who may have came out and said some.
You gotta get your get back now.
Man, this ain't no street nigga. This Diddy.
He's
not like
man. Diddy ain't no damn street nigga. Diddy ain't never been no street nigga. That's fucking Bumpy Johnson's daddy's son. Oh, not daddy's son, driver's son.
I ain't talking about doing nothing about it. I'm just talking about using your power. You know
that? Okay, so if you say so, I don't even wait. I don't think what can he do? They folks have an opinion.
Like closed doors to people. You know, like people say if they need help. Oh, let me go ask Diddy. He'd be like, nah, nigga, you were talking.
You know, Gene wasn't finna go to him no way. The only one they said is Gene Deal and Jaguar, right? Gene and Jaguar ain't either one of them finna go ask Diddy for no help.
But could Diddy make a phone call to YouTube?
That's what I'm saying. He can stop them.
Yeah, like he make a phone call. Could his people make a phone call to YouTube and now like all the dialogue?
15 years ago, maybe, yeah. Not today, no.
Why it can't?
No, I don't, because it ain't gonna leak like it would back then. It's not gonna reach how it would. Diddy still Diddy for sure because of the name, the history, all that good shit.
You got the power.
Do you think so? Let me ask you this same conversation. Can Bill Cosby go close down ABC?
No, Bill Cosby's not in that.
They got more power. That's
how can he not? Y'all saying it's a high power black men that got
the same.
Huh?
The monetary value that they have is not the same.
And Diddy can write a hit.
You saying Bill Cosby and
Cosby when
I said ABC is more powerful than Bill Cosby, so he can't do shit.
Sure.
But Diddy can write a hit.
Diddy can't do shit.
No.
I ain't heard Diddy in 15 years make a song.
That bullshit. That love.
Which one?
That love album he put out.
Who? Which one?
It came out like
2 years ago.
Yeah. Okay. Which one?
Love.
What is the song? Name me one.
No, I don't.
Okay, it's such a hit. Neither one of y'all can name me. What?
But I'm just saying, Diddy has a track record of being able to write a hit. He has the track record of being able to arrange a hit, put the right people together. That, like his musical expertise, that does not go away. And the fact that somebody could give Diddy a certain amount of money and he could put some shit together and bring that back just off of his talent. Because the difference between like a Diddy and some other people, like Diddy's, not only is he a great businessman, he's a great artist. So when you're a great artist, you're like Kanye, bro. You can't go away. Like you'll never go away when you're like great at your trade. So like because Diddy can still make a hit, Diddy can still put a great song together. Diddy still has, and he also has relationships in these buildings of people who won't publicly fuck with him.
That's my point. That's my point.
But like Diddy can make phone calls.
It's influence.
He can make phone calls in the entertainment industry that can shift how shit moves.
Because ain't nobody. Because from what they saying, everybody knew Diddy was acting like this. People on his level. You know what I mean? Like his peers.
Yeah, the reason why like we only talked about the prostitutes that were fucked in the freak offs, but we didn't find out about
the peers.
Everything else.
That's what I'm saying. His peers.
And like the topic after this kind of goes into that too. His peers.
Like just other people that of that level, that magnitude. Like
well, then let's bring in the next topic so we can go on the jump.
Well, hold on, no, because I got another piece of this Diddy topic I want to hit.
Oh, I mean, I feel personally, I mean, I'm gonna still say I'm on my stance. No, but I don't feel Diddy. I don't feel none of them folks got nothing to shake on. I don't feel Gene or Jaguar or any other folks.
Not physical.
Even if I get what you saying. Even getting their pages closed, even whatever. I don't feel none of that gonna reach more because again, none of them lied and none of them folks lie. They all told their real story. Right. If they seen their own shit going on with Diddy, who the hell can say they didn't?
No, I don't agree with that at all.
You feel me?
That's true. I feel that. Yeah. But I think what we're saying is it's still going to have its repercussions.
That's what I get that, but I don't.
I mean, because the question could simply be like, again, art of dialogue, right? Like he's a person who sits with Gene Deal regularly. a certain call gets made to YouTube, and it's like, hey, that nigga puts out a Gene Deal interview, and that shit gets shadow banned.
Mm-hmm.
And now
they're not gonna call Gene Deal no more.
Bingo. So he can't come get that check to come sit up there and talk because the video's not gonna do the numbers. Because the algorithm's not picking
Gene
it up.
Deal helped build the Art of Dialogue's whole page up, bro. The last 2 years, Gene Deal. The only reason we hearing about the Art of Dialogue is because Gene Deal and Jaguar Wright been on there telling their story.
And you don't think he'll stop interviewing them if they say he can't make no more money off of them?
What I'm gonna say, if them the only your two biggest fucking shows, then why would you get rid of them? Regardless, name another big Art of Dialogue.
No, because if you get shadow banned,
you can't make no money.
It doesn't matter.
I get what you're saying. I get all that. What I'm saying is, regardless of the fact, if Art of Dialogue take Gene and Jaguar off, they not gonna make no money no way. So if you shadow ban me, cool. If you don't, then and you take my two biggest shows or stars away on my page, then it's no point.
Hey VJ, if I get word that like our streams get shadow banned because we have this Georgia Falcons like thing sitting back here, I'm taking it down.
Okay, that's not that. If this ain't bringing you no money, and this ain't what brought your page up, it wouldn't make a fuck. You changing the conversation.
No, I'm not.
So for example, let's stay here. If me and Off Camera Ray, me and Off Camera Ray, we come on the show and we blow this show up. We give you three years of bomb shit. We kill this show.
What's up, Kenny?
You hear me? And then all of a sudden we leave. That's like I feel like
that's a little bit different, and let me tell you why. Because I have a personal relationship with you, right?
No,
but that matters because I sit down and do this show with you and invite Ray into my house because I fuck with y'all. It's not about money. It's about who y'all are as people. So y'all are here because of who y'all are. But the Art of Dialogue relationship with Gene Deal and Jaguar Wright, that is strictly business.
Says who? You don't know that. Those are opinion, but you don't know who these folks know. Gene Deal can be one of his best friends. We don't know that. So again, what I'm saying is, if this dude come in and he helped build my whole fucking page up, and out of nowhere, just because, like you say, if Dog come home and he say, if you do another episode with Gene Deal, it's done.
Hey, look here. If I eat off of this show, like this paid my bills, and some shit happened where your face appearing on a show with me fucks up my money, I'm not saying we're not going to do shows anymore because, again, our format is so different because, like, we're peers on the show. You're not a guest. We're peers. But, like, if like, us being peers on this show fucked up our money, I'd have to add another day of recording to do a different show to make sure that I'm getting my money. But at the end of the day, the message of these people aren't being as loud. And therefore, if you're not bringing in a certain number on the YouTube videos, you're not going to keep making that same money that made you willing to come sit up there and talk.
But that's changing the dialect of the conversation. What I just said, if Gene Deal and Jaguar, and we can move on after this, if they help build the page up, you can jump in now. But if they help build this whole page up, and they're the reason that the Art of Dialogue, quote unquote, is who he is or what it is today, there's no way that I can just, and maybe I can add a new show the next day, whatever. That ain't changing it. But if I'm still not getting these numbers from these two people, and I bring on VJ, fuck it. If I bring VJ on, don't nobody in Texas or wherever we at know who I am. The show is pointless. Like, it's just gonna be. I'm not getting what I'm getting over here. You just really shitting on me.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Okay, what if Diddy goes to the Art of Dialogue and say, "Get these niggas off the show, and I'll give you an interview"? What you think he gonna do?
Fuck them niggas.
Let him come. But I guarantee you, he still don't cut them two out.
Shit.
What the fuck is
that's
that?
That's the only way you get Diddy. I think his Diddy. I think he'll make more money off Diddy than he ever did with them two.
Bro, if Diddy sits down, especially like on an urban platform, and does a no shit interview, and he gets his shit off and he talks freely, and it appears that he talks freely, Nigga gonna
convicted. He can talk
of
free.
course, my nigga, he just did. He came off one of the biggest trials in fucking America the last fucking 20 years.
You gotta
of course.
understand, if he comes out here and does Cat Williams, Uncle Shay Shay numbers, fuck them niggas, because I done made 3-4 years of revenue off this one interview. Bye.
The thing is, and I'm not trying to shit on it, I don't think it will, because everybody knows the story now.
No.
Only thing you're gonna want to hear is what made you put nut on your nigga.
Everybody know what they know.
And so again, what y'all saying, all what y'all just said earlier about him and these high-powered friends, do you really think he's gonna come out and be able to tell everything? He's still not gonna be able to tell his story. He's gonna tell bits and pieces of everything.
It doesn't matter. You still gonna watch it.
I mean, of course you're gonna watch it,
and then it's gonna, but here's the thing, and then it's gonna, and then it's gonna get chopped up. It's gonna go to the blogs, right? In the way that, like, the way that monetization works, that I cannot let you make money off of my content if I don't want you to make money off of my content. So you cutting this up, you taking this video, you doing your little DJ academics response, all that shit. I can get paid off of that if I want to. If you're gonna use my actual video in your video, I can get paid off of that. When Shade Room puts their little shit up, run me my money. When the Spiritual Word puts that shit up, run me my money. If TMZ puts that shit up, run me my money. Everybody has to come to you for all of their little pieces of that interview to actually use it properly. So like, like, nah, niggas, we eating.
I don't know, bro. I'm still standing with my.
Niggas only care about Gene Deal because Diddy can't talk.
That's a lie. That's a fucking lie. If that's the case, then Gene Deal and Jaguar Wright wouldn't be here about 5-10 years before Diddy.
What do they do?
A bunch of truth telling on a bunch of.
What do they think?
Gene Deal. Gene Deal was like Diddy's lead security guy. So he's seen everything.
He was Biggie's lead security guy, and he ended up coming and taking over for Diddy after the murder or whatever.
Well, Diddy was the head of the whole operation, though.
Who?
Diddy was the head of
Diddy ran the whole operation, though.
I mean, of course.
There's a conspiracy theory out here that the whole Tupac Biggie beef was over Diddy.
Over Diddy, for sure. And I mean, I've heard that a million times, but that's a whole nother show. That's been the whole little, unless you want to talk about it.
No.
That's the whole, y'all about to say,
because I want to have a cat.
That's who, when Death Row was always dissing, that's who they was dissing most of the time.
It was dissing Diddy. They was going to him. They was talking to him. The dancing nigga, all in the videos, all they carried on. Yeah, Suge went on the war show to do that.
Well, yeah, Suge.
Come to Death Row.
Come to Death Row.
Tupac might actually could have been over there hurt.
Well,
Tupac could have been hurt because he was tired of Diddy hurting Biggie and not hurting him.
Man, we ain't even finna do that either.
Man, hey, look here.
What's up, Kenny?
Diddy, he ain't. I ain't thinking Diddy ain't just that gangster where he just going and taking shit. Man, let's move this goddamn topic. This is getting freaked out over here. I'm gonna go in a whole other thing. So he ain't gonna go take no goddamn Pac. Hell no. So even though Pac a little bitty nigga, hell no. I feel Pac with a $150, a little poke, something. Man, he got that pig poke out there. He definitely got it. He got it something out there going. I ain't gonna let nobody just come and take advantage of that. Thug life, man.
I'm happy that you look up to, you respect the artists before us in that light, because I don't. I respect their music, but them as human beings, I put nothing past them. But hey, let's go here real quick, because we've been on Diddy for a minute. Pause.
New Kung Fu Kenny.
Cassie, who's been painted as the big victim here, right? And she was granted immunity so she could give her testimony and provide her side of the story.
Why was she granted immunity?
So they could get the information.
But what type of people get immunity though? Because they gonna do what when they tell them?
You tell me.
You're gonna criminalize yourself. You know what I'm saying? When you start talking. That's why you get immunity. Because whatever they want to know, you criminalizing yourself.
Bingo, right? And so we allowed Cassie to have immunity, and in a lot of corners, she's not talked about as being nefarious and doing anything terribly wrong. She was under Diddy's control. But at the same time, when we have young especially young black men who grow up in these terrible neighborhoods that I didn't grow up in. Shout out to my family for raising me in the country. If we're saying Cassie was groomed by Diddy and she deserves immunity to be able to tell her parts of the crimes into a bigger piece of crime, why is that same forgiveness and approach not given to like young kids who grow up in the hood and join gangs and commit gang crimes, and they have been coached by the gang to do what they're doing? Yes, they're committing crimes, but we don't give them immunity because they were doing what they were doing for the gang, the bigger picture. But we give Cassie immunity because she's tied to Diddy and he's the bad guy, right? Because he's the guy over this whole thing. And she's just a pawn in the whole thing. Well, what's the difference between her and the young nigga on the block who just moving a little bit of work, maybe caught a body because of some shit that happened in him just being a part of that criminal lifestyle that he was quote unquote groomed into? What's the difference?
She's just as guilty as Diddy is. She deserves everything that Diddy got. She should have been on trial. Everything. I mean, everything that Diddy got, she should have been on. She was a part of everything. She's one of the people that hired some of the workers. Most of the people, she was hands on. Cassie deserves.
She put her hands on you.
She's just as guilty as Diddy. I don't want to say nothing else.
Could she put her hands on you? Could she be hands on with you?
With me?
Yeah.
Now?
Yeah.
Absolutely. See that check she just hit for you? Goddamn right. She can do whatever she wants to me. Yeah, you goddamn right she could. So again, it's
what if it's just no check involved? It's just physical.
Man, nah. She's again. People had too many swords in her mouth for me, and that's I don't even play like that. But no, that check will open a bunch of shit up. So again, it's like I say, it's
I think you're
like you said, B, she liked that lifestyle.
What?
She loved the lifestyle. She couldn't give it up.
You feel me? That's the only thing. It's like it's different. That's why I say it go back to off camera rape shit is with your morals and ethics. It's just different. Who do you want to be?
So if she walked, so we understand.
Do you want to drive in that jet or that Honda Civic, motherfucker? You hear me? A 2-hour trip or that 12-hour motherfucker?
You've been flying in jets for the past 4-5 years. Like, all right, this nigga beating the fuck out of me, but I'm flying on this jet. That's what her motto is. Cause you know how women is, so she can shit on other girls. Sorry,
I mean,
what's her name? Off camera Ray.
Off camera Ray.
Yes and no. Okay. On the type of woman.
What you mean by that?
Because he was like, we do shit so we can shit on other women, and that's not necessarily true. It depends on the type of woman.
Ooh, tell me more.
Now, I do feel that she may be that type of woman because she spent her money on a $200,000 car, which she was just seen allegedly snorting the substance. But it just
she does powder.
She do that religiously.
No shit, she's doing freak offs for Diddy.
She like the good stuff.
But I mean, good too. It just honestly it depends. Like I feel like I'm not that type. I used to be, but when you're confident within yourself, you're not competing against anyone but yourself. So
you said you used to be.
Yeah, when I was younger. But at this point, no. And Cassie's older than me, so.
But I'm just saying for him who said like she got like because she got a mouth toe out. We know she got a mouth toe out.
That's crazy.
It's not crazy because she's a woman getting a mouth toe out. That's okay for me to say.
This is a fact, though.
But it's a lot of women. Y'all just don't know.
Yeah, but and that's the point.
Walking around every day that you're probably talking to, you just don't know.
And the point I was gonna make, if she came in here, cameras ain't on. Hold on, Ru. If these cameras ain't on and she walks in here,
he's dropping them drawers.
And she moved this little table and just crawls in on her knees and puts her face in them purple shorts, he's not gonna say, dang, you got your mouth tore out too many times. No,
I mean, so again, that's why it's different though too. That's what I'm
saying. Me
is it just I mean, it ain't many people that's gonna do that. If she come in crawling big and to eat something up and all that, and it also depends on what vibe you in. If you just chilling here doing a podcast, no, I probably I said the
cameras off. I said cameras off.
Well, I'm talking about even then. If I'm just in here chilling, I have bitch move. I don't want to do it right now. I'm chilling. But if I'm in here and I'm relaxing and I'm whatever, it probably could. It depends on the vibe.
Hey man, look here. If she walk in here, y'all two sitting right here, and he bullshitting with us after the show, and she ready to suck some cock, y'all got to get the fuck out.
I mean, no. Hey,
that means she got control of you.
That's it. And I'm P. And I'm P. So that's why I'm saying, you gonna sit right here and wait. Matter of fact, you gonna sit right beside me. Don't touch, don't do none of that. You gonna sit right here and we gonna enjoy today. Until they leave, it's that. I ain't kicking my friends out. They'll be here until they ready to go.
I'm not kicking y'all out the house. I'm kicking y'all out the room.
But I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. Even then, the Jamaica wait.
Dick drive his car.
Dick drive his car. Do you hear me? We not doing all that carrying on.
The reality of it, let me tell you something. Y'all think y'all talk. Women really talk. And what you're saying right now is literally all talk.
No, P.
All it takes is the right
you
one.
Don't know me, V.
All it takes is the right one.
P.
I was speaking to a specific woman in a specific scenario to create.
I don't want no bitch to come crawl on her knees with me.
Yeah,
I mean,
not necessarily crawling on her knees.
Yeah, I mean, the point being, an attractive woman who we also know is a freaked out
big to be an eater.
Yeah, like if she came, if she just pull up on some, hey, I'm pretty and I just want to top you off right now, you're not gonna be like, nah, man, you had them sores in your mouth, not from herpes. Now, if you had herpes sores, yeah, no, I'm good on saying no. You just had sores.
That's nasty.
What's wrong with you? What the fuck?
Well, because, I mean, you're like, nah, people listening, you talking about sores in a woman's mouth and being okay with accepting that risk. So you have to put it out there. These are
put it out there. 1 out of 4 people have
herpes.
The whole sore is
herpes.
All right.
Facts.
Yeah, I know, but it's one thing to know that she didn't have sores on her mouth before she puts her mouth.
That's why you jump in the garbage can with your suit on.
Yeah, it is. Every time, but nigga, chill. God damn.
So you think Cass is a criminal?
Absolutely.
I agree with that. Honestly.
Absolutely.
I feel
in
like
every way
it's minimized because she is a woman.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Dr. Umar said
the exact same way.
Dr. Umar said it's minimalized because she's an attractive woman. He said if it were Lizzo, she wouldn't have
Facts,
that. She wouldn't have that immunity.
That's a fact too.
Pretty privileges.
I think that video helped too.
The hug getting her ass whooped in that hallway.
Yeah,
Facts.
yeah.
Now that helps. See all that shit bring it all play a
that made it look like she ended, you know what I'm saying? Like she trying
like
to
she didn't have a chance.
No.
Trying to run from it.
No, he's saying the complete opposite. He's saying that she got her ass whooped, but she stayed.
No. He's saying that the
ain't that what you were saying?
The whole perception of it.
I'm saying all that shit, but I'm just saying how they was they painted him as
the perception of it.
You know what I mean? Like they painted him as the bad person, which I mean, you know, they showed the video as him the aggressor, because they were saying, what's the nigga name? Gene Deal.
Yeah.
He was saying she was hitting him too. You know what I'm saying? Like she
was fighting. That's the point. They was fighting.
Yeah, no.
What Ruben, maybe you can tell me if I'm wrong, and I ain't trying to speak for you. But what I'm saying is what I heard is him. What I heard Ruben say is because of the whole, it's already some bullshit behind Diddy, but the perception behind her being a pretty chick already getting her ass beat in the hallway made her be able to get out of that whole little trial shit to where she's not looked at as just as guilty as Diddy. Ruben, is that it or am I wrong?
No, you're right, because before the video came out, it was just you know,
it was speculation talking. So
but
yeah,
when
no,
the video,
this bitch she should still get the exact same thing. Everything. Oh man, we should beat her ass. All that. Like everybody bashing my dog.
Already got her ass whooped.
We need some sisters to whoop her ass, because the thing is, you think Diddy big ass with all that gray hair and been stressing in there? His shit ain't never been that great.
Because he dyes it.
Exactly. We got all that money to be able to get everything we need to get. We ain't supposed to be in this fucking hole. Come on, man. 23-1 all day. Then on top of that, we got more money than everybody in this goddamn prison. I mean, everybody
can buy this motherfucker.
I buy this motherfucker twice, y'all. Let me come on. Come on, I buy it twice, y'all. Let me come on. But
y'all see what Robert Downey Jr. He put TVs in the LA County jail because he was.
Come on, man. Listen, we gotta chill, bro. Everybody,
he said, if I'm gonna be in here,
Iron Man. Y'all niggas ain't got no regular street niggas. Iron Man right here. That's the whole point of it, Ruin. So that's why I'm looking at it like I get it, but then again, I feel Cassie need to go to a state prison, a state jail in California. Let her get punched, or a county jail. Excuse me. Let her go to a county jail, California.
Nah, put it in state prison.
No, county jail way harder.
Think one thing y'all are forgetting during the testimony period, she was pregnant still.
Yeah, she just had a baby.
Yeah,
she just had a baby.
Mm-hmm. So
goddamn right, I did.
All of those things play a factor.
She get pregnant, that she get.
And the crazy part, that should not play a factor, right? Because you as a woman, a woman being pregnant, right, should not like if you should not go to jail pregnant. I'm sorry, like give a fuck what kind of criminal you are. There should be like communities set aside for y'all to be normal, but away from the world. But like as a dad too, my nigga, you shouldn't be in prison either.
Exactly.
You should be in that same.
Exactly.
Hold on. I'm saying like young dad, like kids just firstborn. You should also be, and this goes into like a bigger picture of what I think about prisons. I think prisons should be more like colleges than like concentration camps. So like you should be able to live in that community, even if your relationship with her is problematic and what led y'all here. You should still be able, under the right circumstances, to still interact with your child, because I can tell you, as a person who has a kid and is ending a marriage, like I could not be fucking with my daughter's mom at all. Like, could be pissed off at her in a right now, and with my kids right here, that doesn't matter. So I understand the duality between like, hey, fuck my baby mama, which is not what I'm saying. That's not how I feel. I rock with Cindy, my nigga. Fuck. And then also being like, I love my kid. I want to be soft with my kid. But now fuck her. She can stay over there. Slap shit out of her. Not me.
Hey.
But in this case, we're talking about someone who was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it does change it a lot.
Lock that motherfucker up.
Essentially.
Lock that motherfucker. If Diddy do a day, she need to match him. I just feel she need to, and I know it'll never happen.
Nah, he ain't going to prison.
She ain't gonna.
No,
but I'm saying she just need to match it.
Like the last thing on her, right? The Jay-Z quote is what did it.
What?
When there was a conversation around her leaving Diddy, and she was like, "Well, where am I gonna go? Jay-Z's already married."
Before that was Ryan Leslie.
Bro, you signed up. You signed up for the lifestyle.
Boom. So you understand? That's my point. That goes back.
Conditioned. Think about it. Her age when she was with Ryan Leslie, underage.
Wasn't it 16?
It was
16, I believe.
Yeah, it's like Diddy got her legally.
So you hear my point, and it go back to what I'm saying off camera at the beginning of this this whole conversation. I said, you asked, is it ethnics or moral? It depends on who the fuck you want to be in this industry. Cassidy had one song, Me and You. Now I've been waiting. I think I want to make a move tonight. That was 04.
Tell me if you like.
That was 04, bro.
Why she was on the scene.
You see, but that's my point.
Well,
that was 04, bro. So my whole point in that is she knew she wasn't. She probably wasn't gonna be that nigga. She was, huh?
She pretty. So
that's it.
But you said she's gonna be what?
She can be cool, but she wasn't never gonna be the Beyonces of the world. She wasn't gonna never be those top names. So again, why not stay where I'm at? If I know ethnically, morally, I ain't gonna make it to that next level being clean. She can suck some dick. I go get the dirty balls and I be the back end on that. It ain't. I'm talking about her. If that's what she want to do, that's her life, bro. Like
I was just fucking with him.
Nick can't chop nothing up on that. If that's what she want to do, and if she feels she can get to that next level, being the side thing and working her way up to a main piece with somebody in that out of them that little 3% shit I said. You know, it makes sense.
Man, she married the trainer, man. She knew what it was.
Man, but what's his name? Mr. Fine. He trained all the big names. So again, I mean, it makes sense. She don't want to be in the light no more. She want to get a regular guy that come home every day and be cool. She done had the superstars. She done seen the private jet.
She like that. She like that because she got a settlement, so she good.
But that's my point. That's my whole point. We don't work the whole big room. Now I'm right across the street from the big room. I ain't gotta be in here with the weirdos now. Now me and my husband and kids, we got our own room right here beside the big room. But I had to do some weirdo shit. I had to take I had to spit on some nipples. I had to get my back door played in. I had to eat some feet. You know what I'm saying? It's some shit you gotta do.
Hey. Let's not put eating feet in this.
Well, I mean, female. If she a female that wanted her, they had to lick goddamn 7-foot nigga feet.
You ain't never had your toes licked.
What you say?
You hear me?
No.
Man, I'm gonna put that long, bro.
I'm sorry. She tried to throw out that she had her toes licked. I remember when she got her toes licked round about 08, 09, and I know who did that shit too.
See, that's the thing. Me, I ain't never been that freaky to just be like, let me lick some toes.
You ain't never licked her toes?
I mean, I ain't saying I haven't, but I ain't saying I have. Like, I ain't never been just a nigga that's, I ain't. It just ain't in me. Like, I ain't really pressed to say, let's
have you ever just like naturally just end up sucking a toe? Never.
I don't get in the rush.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't even have pretty feet, so that shit was wild.
Like I'm gonna say, I don't even rush in and shit like that. I be like, I'm chill. I ain't doing all that.
Yo, I ain't gonna hold you. I was listening to a podcast earlier, and like they went through like their Instagram likes on the show, and like they passed their phones, and everybody like looked at the likes, right? So then I went back and like looked at my Instagram likes because I was curious, like what the fuck I've been liking. And I have a relatively new profile I made in 2019 after fuck Amanda Seals, hoe ass nigga. And I went through my likes. It was so funny that like one of my big likes from 2019 was some toes I had sucked.
That's crazy as fuck, man. Let's move it to this next one, man. Let's keep the show rolling.
You know, they said Jeffrey Epstein, they put out the official report that his death was a suicide, and he did not have a list of people who came to his parties. And I just wanted to bring that here to you all to ask if y'all truly believe it.
Fuck no. Come on, man.
Assassinated him, AC.
Huh?
You think they assassinated him?
Definitely.
I mean, Donald Trump and Elon Musk are beefing right now because Elon brought it back up about that Epstein list, and all of a sudden,
right.
Like that was dead. The whole conversation ain't. Come on, man.
The Trump and Elon war is so funny, and I don't want to bring it here to this pod because, like, this is like my nerd niche bag,
bro.
But like these two niggas, what Elon Musk is doing is anti-American because he's not American. But the shit he's bringing up and doing is very much benefits the American people to understand this information. But the problem is he's only exposing it because Trump is talking about deporting him and fucking up his government contracts, which then fucks up his money.
The only reason. Oh, go ahead, my bad.
So like it's this weird thing that goes into collusion and politics that really shows you how dirty our political system is. But like it's never been aired out this way because the good politicians keep it under the wraps. Like, hey, Nancy Pelosi. Look here, Nancy Pelosi's made a lot of money and she's old as fuck, but she has a nice fucking rack.
Wait, what do you mean?
Titties?
Money or
titties?
That's wild.
That's crazy.
But the point being is she managed her political career in a way that like y'all don't even know she got a nice rack. You know what I mean?
I'm not looking at that.
Yeah, I know, but that's the point.
That's why I thought you were talking about money rack.
No. We knew that. But like you have these different things that happen, and like nobody really knows it, and it just happens under our nose. Whereas what Trump's doing, where it's in our face, but I don't want to go there. Back to Jeffrey Epstein. So you don't believe that Jeffrey Epstein committed suicide because he was so stressed about going to prison and worried about what could happen to him in federal prison as a billionaire?
He had more money than Diddy.
He had more money than there. Like we just said, he had more money than everybody in the fucking jail, man. The same way we talked about Robert Downey Jr. having all that good shit, putting all them TVs in there. Man, we had a whole shelf in that motherfucking prison for however long we need to be in there. Whatever we needed in that Fed prison, we would have had. We'd had the recliners, the 75 inches all over the room. We had our own personal shelf, everything. It'd have been in the game. Have you ever seen Exit Wound?
Hey, man, no shoes.
You ever seen Exit Wounds? Oh, what you got, bro? Listen, man. If y'all ever seen Exit Wounds,
no shoes,
you remember
my crib.
Come on, bro. Listen. What's my boy name, Rue? I can't think of his name.
Jump Chambers.
Who?
Jump Chambers.
Jump Chambers. When you
said Runt Chambers?
is when you ever tried to get in the shit. Man, don't entertain that carrying on. When you get inside, when you come,
know what the hell that is.
Without having this shit.
My bad, I forgot.
You couldn't even come in this cell without his shoe, with your shoes on, with none of that.
He told the guard, hey man, my DVD player just broke.
Come on now. Come on, and that's Jeff. All that other, that's Jeff. He fixing everything right then and there. All y'all other broke ass niggas, y'all get it later. Jeff, he called it first. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what it's looking like. But no. Moving on, let me ask you. I want to ask you this question because I still want to get back since we missing. First of all, too, get well soon, Dino. We'll see you in a minute. We got big old prayers coming through for you. Y'all make sure everybody y'all put in the comments and little chat. Y'all send us some hearts just for Dino, man.
You said some hearts or some hearts?
Hearts. What's hard? Freak, bro. What's wrong with you tonight?
Well,
freaked out tonight.
We were talking about who drive the car, and I know that when we talk about driving the car, cars are driven by like different types of people. Sometimes men drive cars, sometimes women drive cars, and in this room, Dean went with my ass for this.
I'm in the room, so I don't know about that. Go ahead, though. Hey.
Dean said it. Go ahead.
Dean said it. Dick drive this car.
Dick drive this car.
That pussy.
He ain't here to elaborate. He ain't here to elaborate on it.
Yeah, because Dick ain't driving that car. That's why he ain't here.
You been practicing?
You want me to play your song for you? Got my boo
right.
I mean, you gon'
No, I just had to make sure all right. But no, it's nasty. He said that when Baby Boy was on his way, he was letting it be known that Dick drove this car, that he was, in it, that head captain. And we just trying to see now. And I guess I'm trying. You hear me, Ruth? I'm just trying to see what's really going on and what y'all think about that. What's going on, Lee?
Well, for one, if I'm getting a car, I hope the talk.
El Capitan, nigga.
Yeah, me.
But I put this up here for a couple of reasons because we brought up this topic and some of the other topics from previous shows is, hey, bro, like podding and like being honest about certain stuff or just being like entertaining about certain stuff while also having a significant other who may not like be tied into the entertainment podcast world. And like, I want to put this out here. If you are a significant other of a man who does a podcast, listen to Joe Budden. Not because I'm promoting Joe Budden. I think you should listen to the podcast, but like they have conversations of like, no, it's niggas in relationships. No, bro, it's niggas in relationships having conversations. And like sometimes it goes left, sometimes it goes right, and sometimes people say extra shit. Sometimes they add some extra sauce to the story. They tell an old story before you. They may tell a story that existed while you existed, but they tell it in a way that like you don't believe that you existed. Yeah. But like podcasts are fun at the end of the day. Like podcasts are fun, and like we'll get on here and we'll tell some stories. We might add some extra shit to it, but it's about entertainment. Like we ain't calling Denzel Washington a fucking drunk for a flight. You know what I mean? Mm. Yeah, I'm stealing that from you. We ain't calling him a janky cop for what he did in Training Day. You know what I'm saying? We ain't calling him a crazy ass parent who'll do anything for his kid because of what he did in John Q. We're not calling him a goddamn pro-black coach. You know what I'm saying? We ain't calling him a pro-black, semi-racist football coach for what he did at T.C. Williams. So what has to be understood is like for us on these podcasts, and as a nigga who like lived it to a certain degree, hey dog, I'm not really about to argue with you about what I said on the podcast because I'm hard. So I sound like to put that out there, right? Because it's a new world for some of us of dealing with like. It's a good disclaimer. Yeah, but like I'm telling you as a nigga. Hey, dog, I don't want to argue with you about what I said on the motherfucking podcast because I was just talking. Mm-hmm. I'm podcasting. Right. I'm not, and I understand how it can project the image that you don't like. Separate conversation. Mm-hmm. Don't check me out what I said on the show. Mm-hmm. But again, who drives the car? Do men drive relationships, or do women drive relationships?
I feel like it's a balance. A healthy relationship is a balance.
We're not talking about healthy.
Well, shit.
This is a podcast. We want to talk about toxic so we get views.
You can talk about toxic, y'all go in. But I will say, and that's crazy because I actually grew up in a household with like married parents. And
Hold on, you black and grew up with married parents?
Yeah.
Shout out to you two.
I
said shout out. I said
shout out Big Man and Eric. Hey, you
talking
about?
I said shout out to you.
Just talking shit, bro.
God damn.
On camera, Ray. Go ahead, finish with me.
But I mean, there was definitely balance between them, but Pops definitely drove. Like that was the boss. Like I saw that. However,
so Dick drove that car.
That car, but like
when he said shut the hell up, what y'all two do in the car?
Oh no, it wasn't like that.
See, don't try to front. It's okay.
Oh, he's tried it, and it was a one and done. Like we're never doing that again. But nah.
Hold on. Y'all daddy told y'all to shut the hell up, and y'all had the audacity to respond.
I ain't gonna say nothing. My dad ain't never told me shut the hell up like that. I don't like and I think that's what
no. You can fight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Chill, B. You got.
I'm not saying you can't fight, but do you think you can beat up your daddy? Could you beat up your dad today? He said shut the hell up.
I mean, back then, no, but probably now. I mean, like
I'm talking about back then when he said it. I ain't talking about now when he ain't saying it.
No, I was skinny as fuck. Like knock me across the room.
Okay.
Her and her sister that used to get busy, boy. I ain't gonna say that. Her and her sister used to get busy, boy. I ain't gonna even play on their top, boy. Yeah.
Your sister broke my heart, not like on some emotional shit, but I'll tell you why. She fucked a lot of shit up. I'm gonna blame her for it.
Okay. You're not gonna take accountability?
That is
no.
God damn.
No. She was supposed to be my plug.
Bro, we'll talk about all that later off camera here. We'll talk about it off camera. We're buying shit Ruch here. I was saying so
hey, who drive your car?
Me. And don't nobody ride with me either. Because I don't want them niggas to get grass on my floor mat.
Get y'all country ass and take the bus.
So like when your lady wants to
my nigga rolled me the other day. He got out of the car. It was just so dirty over there, bro. I was just hot, bro. I was like, that's why I'm letting niggas get my car, boy.
So I can't come up there in my work boots and just sit in your car.
Nah, you gotta walk.
Damn,
you gonna do your friend like that?
Oh, we're gonna put some plastic down, something.
There it is.
You know, man. I let you when I was in California. I let you come kick it with me. I came out to Vegas, watch you play basketball.
I'm gonna tell you what also you wanted me to do too, but I ain't gonna go there.
What I want you to do, probably some bullshit. Stay at the hotel. I want you to stay at the hotel.
Yeah, there you go. I ain't gonna say it.
But did you stay? Did you stay in a hotel?
Why don't you get a hotel?
Because I had to make you feel bad.
Why don't you get you a hotel room?
I mean, but you showed up a day early. That was the real reason.
Well, so we.
Nah, if he wouldn't have showed up a day early, we would have been good because,
I had problems at home, so that's why I left.
I know how it be.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Them thoughts, Rue. I get it, Rue.
Nah, fuck nah. Them phone calls. My phone, goddamn.
It be the phone calls be cool, but it be the thoughts. It be the thoughts, Rue. I get it.
Who gives a fuck about a phone call?
That's what I'm saying. Fuck the phone call.
No.
Them thoughts, man, Rue. Listen, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Listen.
See,
going out with this motherfucker.
You gotta understand the phone call when you don't know that the other shit is going on the back end, right?
Okay.
You think everything's clean, then you get the phone call at 6 o'clock in the fucking morning, getting woke the fuck up,
waking you up out your sheet.
Oh, for real? Speakerphone. I had hardwood floors, right? Like the way it was a small ass apartment. So from my bed to my couch that he was sleeping on, it was a straight shot out the door. I took that motherfucking phone. Hey, Rue, phone for you.
Boom. Boom.
You supposed to stay sleep like I did.
It is well, but look though, it is 10 o'clock. No, just like
no. We gonna. I'm saying, real quick, to him saying stay sleep.
Yeah.
I didn't know the backstory, so when I got the phone call and the name pops up at that time, I go, "Oh, this might be important. I should take this."
And That's why. Trying to be a good person. I don't want to say that. Trying to be a good person and want to answer some call. Well, but no, let's go ahead and catch you because Rue, I see the face and it's starting to get jumpy, and I know it's 10 o'clock. I get it. So let's just bring in this sport. We about to. Let's bring in the sports topic, Rue. Just real quick. I see how you look. Let's bring in the sports. Let's bring in the sport coverage real quick, and then we can get you up out of here. I know how you get.
NBA offseason.
What's going on?
Bro, I know you because you quick to say, hey, it's about that time, y'all, and it just randomly make you chase it. So we keep you in. Let's go and get this NBA section out of here. Let's talk about NBA off seasons, fellas. What you think about it?
Hey, Rue, what do you care about most? You know basketball better than all of us.
I'm waiting on my nigga to sign.
What?
I'm just waiting on my nigga to sign.
You don't think he going back?
Just don't say his name on here.
Oh, I'm not gonna say his name.
Okay.
You don't think he going back where he was at? I ain't gonna say it either though.
I don't know. They might because they clean house.
Yeah, they clean house.
No, we don't want him to go back there.
Why not?
They gonna suck.
I mean, they gonna suck, but that mean he gonna get some PT and that we want to get him a good little extra chips with dip.
We want to be the 8th man on the Knicks.
They might be dead though.
Nah, they might go to the Knicks.
They just got picks. They just got some pickup, bro.
The Knicks trying to revamp their roster, so I think he'll play.
Yeah, no, he will because what the Knicks added Clarkson.
Mm-hmm.
They had no bench.
Who else they added? They added Yabusele. So they didn't add one more wing.
Okay.
So like that could be a fit, and I think that would work great for him.
Yeah, you're right.
That nigga don't want to go to Brooklyn. It's hell over there.
Shit, why not? It's closer.
The organization is so.
I mean, yeah, I get it, but who gives a fuck? That means we can get us some real good flow seats for the cheap. It's like going to a Clippers game.
Oh, yeah,
I hate
it. I had good seats when I was at the Barclays.
Huh?
I had good seats when I was at the Barclays.
It was different. It was different reasons too. Now,
it wasn't nobody.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Shit, I don't mind going Barclays. They got the same bar, the same food.
It was more the opposite team fans there than damn Brooklyn.
You goddamn right. That's how it is. Sometimes being a Hawks fan.
Well, the Knicks. I mean, the Nets don't belong in New York. They don't. Nobody gives a fuck about them.
Well, I ain't gonna say that. They do belong in New York because again, that's a good little brand. They used to be that whole little Jersey market. They eat good out there. Yeah, huh?
I live there.
Hey, see, where did they play in Jersey?
That Jersey market was good though. I'm about to say maybe not so much in Brooklyn.
I'm about to
that Jersey market used to eat good.
They played at Prudential, didn't they?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking you. I'm trying to think. And I live up here.
He's a goner. Scat, Pat, and we don't want him.
I'm pretty sure they played at the Prudential Center.
I stay up here.
Right there, Rue. I stay right there.
Let me see. Yeah, they played at Prudential. Yeah, that makes sense.
That's the North.
Yeah, that's where he's scared to go.
That you ain't got to be rude. I got folks in Newark. I'm trying to tell you, Newark and Camden. But listen, V got you. Smothered and stuff like an ass burn.
You know them ox in Newark.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Well, I'm going to tell you.
Listen, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
I'm flying into Newark once they get the airport fixed.
Bro, just come on.
What's wrong with the airport?
It had been fucked up for like a month, so I'm scared of it.
Oh man, you acting red. I done told you about that shit. All that red.
I don't.
Come on over with me. Come on over there and let's get on to the place.
I'm about to.
Well, what I'm telling you, I'm leaving on the 20th.
I'm not leaving that soon. I got.
Oh my god,
man, I'm about to go.
I just got a new job. I gotta goddamn go put in some. I gotta go put in some work and get a couple paychecks first. Goddamn.
My god.
They talking about he leaving on the 20th.
Yeah, man.
Well, I mean, I told you, man. Listen, you know, little bitty, she about to be one now. Legit, she turned one.
Right, she could have stayed at Aunt's spot with y'all.
I know she could have, but Rue, you know, Dad ain't trying to do all that with Aunt. You know,
he's not trying to bring his 1-year-old to New York.
Ruby crazy. Ruby acting like he didn't just call me at fucking 3 o'clock in the morning on the block. Just, boy, it's 900 niggas out there. Man, Hilda would have been out there just looking at everybody. She would have been chilling as long as somebody picking up, walking her. Man, I ain't got time for all that shit.
Man,
you hear me? On the block, in the project.
There was so many people out there, but I said, man, it's 4 o'clock in the morning.
It's 4 o'clock in the fucking morning. We on FaceTime, and I'm just sitting out there looking. Nigga, everybody, folks coming out the project, acting like they finna leave instead of going to bed. Shit, man, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Folks just still talking and screaming.
I left at about 5, so about 4:15, 4:30. The booster man came on the block, talking about he get the products for $300. So I started chopping it up with this nigga.
No, he had the products for $3.
They're the boosters, and they real. So you know they.
So they really, boy. Listen,
Yeah.
hey, listen, 10. Don't even say that. Just a 10.
Yeah,
I know we can't talk about 10, Ru. I got 10. You. 9.5 for real, but them products 10. So they fit like skinny and I'm like a 9.5 wide, so I go 10. Shut the fuck up, Ru.
How you 6'1" and
DJ,
1/4? You got a goddamn 9.5.
I literally have no idea, and that's the dumbest shit. Cause like I don't fucking know. It's like a 9.5, 10 for real. This a 9.5, but
like when you left these over here, right? I looked at them and I was like, I could steal these. But goddamn it, I'm gonna fuck the shoe up because
it's gonna tear that toe up now. You a 12, ain't you?
No, I'm 11.
11. Oh yeah,
I'm a legit 11.
Still gonna bust that toe.
Yeah. Like I'll steal his shoes before I steal yours.
Yeah, no. I also said I told him, you, and Trev. I said, boy, y'all niggas better be glad I ain't in that 10.5 level mark. Oh, I'll barbecue y'all.
No. Trev is the worst nigga, right? Because back when I cared about shoes and used to buy shoes, you gotta understand, Trev is in between me and Ru. So he can bullshit on a pair of mine. Oops, my bad, I didn't mean to press that. He could bullshit on a pair of mine, but also, you know,
grab some.
But you know, with some J's, if you 11, you might buy 11.5, you might buy 12, you might buy 10.5, depending on what's available when you go get it. So Trev could come eat off of me and Ru, because if Ru getting the 12s, 13s, right, and I'm getting the 11s, 12s, Trev is a 12.
Whatever I need to fit it out.
Fat bitch, fuck it.
Whatever I need to fit it out, bro. I swear to God. That's why I always say, bro, y'all niggas better be glad I wasn't in y'all side. Well, I'd have barbecued y'all.
No, you wouldn't.
I swear I would.
No, you wouldn't. I just
crazy.
I would have hid my shoes.
So who cares? I don't give a fuck. Especially that college Lee. When I actually started liking you, when you and your buddies was coming here with all the LeBrons and shit. Oh man,
I gave you a pair of LeBrons. I gave you your first pair of LeBrons.
You actually did, but I'm saying y'all, it was the one that I liked. I think it was the South Beach was the one.
Nah, it
you and Ru had them. Or something.
Nah, it was the cool gray. It was the metallic gray of cool gray fucking 9s. It wasn't the South Beach. It was the same color. But
it was something.
It was just all gray. Yeah,
fucking right. It was something that was absolutely. And that's why I ain't never bought no more bronze ever since. But I ain't even buy them.
Well, but you could wear those because the way the shoe is made, like you can't buy LeBron's your size because the way the toes are, it's crazy. But hey, man, we've had a great show, dog. Hey, thanks for everybody who's came in and tuned in with us. We've had a great time. Hey, Ru, appreciate you for being here all day. We fuck with you, miss you, dog. Gonna get up there to see you soon. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Because I'm never coming back there.
Hey. I don't want you to come. I don't want you to come back here. You know what I mean? Like
when I come back to get my stuff, I might be there 4 hours max. Nigga, no matter.
Just 1 second before you close it out. Let me get one more. I just got to get one more in. That's off this one.
Okay.
Is Paul? Well, first I'm gonna say that shit pissed me the fuck off. Is Paul Pierce the best pure scorer that you know from the game? Ru.
Man, Paul Pierce get buckets, man. Double P's.
I ain't taking nothing from him.
Paul Pierce. He's the best pure scorer.
And his whole from his time to now. And I only got 2 or 3 ahead of him. However, them 2 or 3 are ahead of him by a big old margin.
You gotta think Paul Pierce was playing a long time on this team.
I know what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying.
Y'all want to hear? Y'all want to hear what Paul Pierce had to say?
I listened to the whole thing, but
let me just play it real quick.
Play it out loud, so everybody.
That was probably the best pure scorer ever in the history of the game. Because I was pretty equipped. When I think about it, I'm just saying, like,
could you pull up from the elbow?
I need to be in this conversation.
Could you pull up from the elbow?
I got all that.
Down the 3.
All that.
He can do it all though.
Yeah, turn around.
All of that. Post up.
Should you dunk?
All of that. I was shoot, and I must have been one of the most equipped. Look, here we go. Boom. Who's this? I'm to the rack.
Okay.
3 people.
What's the highlights, V?
Let me see. Go over your head.
Oh, that's pretty. Yeah,
This is a clip.
Because it's on.
Oh, you want game winners?
It looks
Wow.
fat.
We
Hey,
go.
Rue, hold on,
Like, I'm
chill.
trying to figure out
What's your efficiency?
Yeah, like I think when he's talking about his efficiency, because I shot more bad shots than Kevin.
Yeah, so Paul Pierce called himself the best pure scorer in the NBA. And I think that I'm happy Paul Pierce did this because he's closer to the conversation that he would have been in had he not said what he said. But he can't score better than Kevin Durant himself.
Not even a little bit.
I don't think he's talking about better. I think he's just talking about just the way.
I mean, he's talking about ability. He's talking about
just the way to do it.
He's pretty much saying there's not a spot that KD can get to and score that I can't get to and score.
And I think that's stupid as fuck. Because again, I can agree to a certain extent, but then again, Paul little bitty thick ass, and I don't mean to call him little bitty thick, but he's still not 7 foot KD.
He's 6'8".
He's 6'8", but it's like it ain't.
I'm about to say
He got like a 20-inch vertical. Ain't nothing more. Huh? But the length. That's what I'm saying. The length, and that's my whole point.
But that's a big difference in the game of basketball.
Hey, if a girl say, "Hey, I like to fuck this nigga because his dick bigger than yours," because he got more length, just like
Bro,
KD.
I'm about to go, bro.
You always get so freaked out. Listen, bitches ain't even fucking you off the length. They want the girth.
I'm not speaking. No.
You want that little chunky motherfucker.
But you like you
yeah, me, Root. They want that little chunky motherfucker, Root. Hey, come on, man. Go ahead.
No, I said if the girl says I prefer the long motherfucker, right?
Mm-hmm.
It ain't nothing that the little girthy motherfucker can do, no matter how good that motherfucker is with that girth.
Yeah,
motherfucker want the long.
Quit saying that.
You can't beat it.
Crazy.
Sorry, I'm comfortable saying things like that. Shit. But like, no, I'm happy Paul Pierce said it because I think that Paul Pierce deserves more respect than he receives as an NBA player. And some of that he's lost because of who he's been as a media personality because he just says wild shit sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the bigger question is Paul Pierce or Melo. What score would you rather have?
Melo. And that's really tough for me to say because I love Paul Pierce.
Look
but
at
Melo,
stats.
if we talking about just scoring from anywhere, getting to the bucket, even taking them little bitty short steps, chopping shit out, man, you niggas know I love Melo, man. I'm 15 in it to death.
I mean,
So I mean, that's how I used to act like.
You're like Portland Melo.
Fuck you. I'm like, if anything is, I'm like I feel like back in the day, my game was more of a longer step Melo, but I just wasn't 6'8" myself. If I would have been 6'4",
I give you Andre
like that.
What?
I give you Andre Miller.
You got me fucked up. If I'm Andre,
that ain't even.
I ain't tell you nothing from Miller had a good little mid range and little point guard. I get all that. No, I'm everywhere with this shit now. Don't do that, bro. I'm Melo. I can go post with it. I bring the ball down court. I give you a no look, and I may not even pass it sometimes. But you know, it is what it is. If I got goddamn,
I'll take Andre Miller over being compared to Tayshaun Prince.
All right, well then just compare me to Baron Davis then.
Fuck no, he can
all
jump.
right, so then everything else then I don't need to all that other kid. If I ain't BD, I don't need all that other kid.
But you wasn't athletic like BD.
You got me fucked up. I get bouncy too. I just wouldn't. I really just chill. Rue, what the fuck you got going on over there? I get bouncy. I just
take my fucking head.
Yeah, I just was chilling though. I wasn't trying to go flush on him.
I think you know when you were playing basketball, you were a really good basketball player. But like to compare you to Baron Davis, I just can't get behind that one. You know what I'm saying?
So.
You know what I mean? Like I just can't because like I played basketball against you.
What's up, kid?
I had to use my athleticism. I use my athleticism because you wide. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
But like you didn't have athleticism to combat my athleticism.
That's a lie. I would have killed. I was killing your athleticism. If anything,
not athletically, because you wide.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. I was more playing like Charles Barkley. I was using my length and my size to make putting that ass on your paw.
Yeah, you could be a point.
Giving you bumps and all that. Hit you with a good flip every once in a while. I didn't give a fuck.
But you can't be a point guard when I guard you. That's what matters.
Well, no, because you foul. But then I would get you fouled out the game.
No, you didn't.
I would get you fouled out. I would always put you.
You never got me fouled out.
Well, I'll put you in foul trouble. That's all I needed.
But that's okay.
That's all I needed.
I stop you from driving. If I'm taking charges, you're not driving.
Well, I mean, I'm still gonna get a bucket though. Mitty.
That's fine.
Then Rue, he gonna step up. I'm going over the top, float burger, right over the top of him. And
Rue didn't play defense.
What my other boy name? The one who y'all aggressive nigga that was on the
We don't care about him.
Shout out my boy. I like him. My fault. Man, we closing out, man. Everybody that paid attention and stayed in tune tonight with the Village Vets. We appreciate y'all. We got off camera Ray. Say what's up one more time and say yo. We'll see her one more time before she shake out. Hopefully, AC Lee. Let's get one more last out.
I'm out of here, guys. Thanks,
Rooster. Chill, Rooster. The hell, chill, Rooster. Hell, man. Hey,
all right, we'll fight time in a minute, Roo.
We out of here, y'all.
All right. Let me just
hey, on the ground.